Hey fellow tennis nerds, I hope all is well. In today's spec check we will look at Robin Soderling's racket. Famously beat Rafa Nadal at the French Open 2009, Rafa's first loss at the French Open in one of the very few matches he's lost there. Robin was a big guy, big hitter, had a great career, sadly retired early due to mono and I've heard some bouts of depression where he talked in the Swedish radio about that. So there's some interesting interviews with him that you can listen to. He used for his big strokes a very control-oriented racket in the Head Pro Stock PT57A. It was a racket that he spec'd up pretty heavily, and you will get the specs very soon. And the odd thing about this racket is that it has a nail inside it. So this, instead of, I assume, putting silicone or something inside the handle, it's a whole foamed piece grip. So I guess this is the way to add the weight. I don't know if there's any specific personal reason he had for this, or this is the way he did it once and then he liked how it played or felt, but the grip is very, very thick and quite rounded, as you can see here. So it's a little bit of a unique grip, and many pro players have unique grips. You maybe seen my video about Dan Evans where he has just one overgrip on an already foamed pallet that is shaped in the way of a leather grip. So it has that kind of texture of a leather grip, so he just needs to add the overgrip. So there's all kinds of different rackets depending on what works for you, and this is what worked for Robin apparently. So strung with Luxlon Big Banger All Power, 23.5 kilos says on the frame, and obviously later on he created his own string brand, so Oris, and now he has apparel and stuff like that as well. He's invested money and time into the sports world after his career. But let's put this now on the machine and see what it specs up to, because this is a heavy frame. So let's start with the static weight. And as you can see, this is pretty heavy. With strings, 370 grams. Usually strings weigh up to 20 grams. So this is a very, very heavy bat. 371 grams. Balance point, 32.3 centimeters, which is around 5 points head light. And now let's measure the swing weight of this beast. $386.5. Usually you should do this 3 times to make sure. Sometimes you get like half a point difference, but here it is 386.5 in swing weight. So this is one of the heaviest rackets I've come across, at least in modern times. I mean, Sampras used to play with heavy. The further back you go in the tennis history, the rackets were heavier, but this one is super heavy, and I think that was his way of getting more and more power out of the PT57A, which is a very, very control-oriented racket. But this one is in the Prestige MP design and with its funny nail in the grip. So there you have it. Soderling's racket and the specs. Fun player to watch when he was on fire, and he had some great results, so and seems to be doing well in retirement. That's it for today. Have a nice day, and don't forget to play some tennis.